Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to La Mancha Royale. Tonight, we will be holding the long-awaited Asia season, so let's not stall any longer and get straight to it. W. Otis will be leading as our most used character for this tournament, as she remains one of the most powerful characters, despite suffering many nerfs. Our underdog for the tournament is none other than Nuclear. Last, Lucha has been banned for this tournament following a vote, due to infamously being a high-clashing, extremely damaging character that inflicts heavy pressure on the opponent with his unique status.
And now for our brackets. Players have been split into alpha and beta brackets consisting of 20 players each. Tonight's 3 matches will come from bracket A, starting with Dark Neon versus Q93, followed by Talaware versus I'm Lazy. The match between the winners of match 4 and 5, the quarter, and the semifinals will also be streamed tonight. Keep an eye out for these brackets, folks, as this bracket houses our top contenders from during the practice matches. Top 2 Gojo Satoru and top 3 Dark Neon are set to meet each other during the earlier matches, and our championship contender meeting is hopeful to sweep bracket A to enter the championship tomorrow. As for bracket B, no matches will be streamed from this bracket, unlike bracket A. But bracket B houses many of the underdogs, so keep your eyes peeled who will be fighting tonight. Of note, this is our first match here, which would be between the leader of the Lou Association, Mythical Defer, and the Sigma 2. The winners between the two will be set to face the top 3 contender Azrax, who robbed championship contender Median from securing a 32 win streak.
Gentlemen, oh my god, almost unmuted myself there. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another season of La Mancha Royale. I am your host Zen Prima, and this time I am actually not alone. With me I have one of our balancers actually, Silent Soccer, and one of our latest additions to the LMR staff, Student of Chaos. So can you two please give a hello to our audience for today?
Greetings, everyone. Hi, how are y'all?
So anyways, my bad. So anyways, we are here to witness who will be crowned the new Asia champion as it has already been more than a year since our previous Asia champion was crowned, being Goss. So before we begin the tournament, Silent, who do you think will be the one winning for tonight's qualifying and semi-final round? We have a lot of contenders, honestly, but who is your personal pick?
My personal pick? Honestly, I feel like Tele has some chances, but Median is quite scary.
Yeah, Median is quite scary. During the practice matches, he was dominating until, Azrax took away that one single win from him. And let's see if they'll be meeting again in the semifinals and the championship tomorrow, since Azrax is in bracket B and he really still has a good chance to sweep away bracket B. How about you, Student of Chaos? Who do you think will win for tonight?
I think Median is going to win, just because of how much he dominated during the practice matches, but that one Nuclear player has my heart in it. Even though it's
there's no fucking way, bro.
Even though it's so against him, I fully believe in that guy just for the sheer confidence of picking that character. After experiencing that character and what he is, dear God.
Well, the build-up for using Nuclears, it takes a bit of time now, considering that there were a lot of changes made to how he plays and how he works. So he definitely lost a lot of his aggression with some of the older patches, but there's still some players who once they get their statuses and get the match going, they'll be able to dominate really easily due to how oppressive they are. So with that, who do you guys think we will be nerfing right after this tournament? Because we always nerf characters after the tournament. So who do you guys think? Personally, just regret at this point.
I mean, since Median was dominating really well with Regret, with like 30 plus people being totally killed, and only one person actually killing the said guy, I feel like Regret may need some changes, specifically DM2, due to how potentially combo extensive the character is.
Yeah.
Although I do see some potential in nerfing other characters that were picked, maybe like W Otis once again, or Mid-Player.
I think we should stay away from nerfing those characters. They've already been touched recently. How about you, Student? How about you?
I mean, Regret does have a lot of things with it. Like what Silent said, the M2 has a lot of combo potential. I've literally experienced and seen the M2 just extending so many combos like that. And then her skill 2, being able to go through all coins. Personally, I think the coin should be, once you miss one coin, the skill should end, instead of going through every single coin.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. So, I believe we've already talked a bit too much, and some people are really excited to fight already in our La Mancha Royale tournament server. So, Silent Student, do you think we should already start it?
Yeah, let's roll with it.
Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, La Mancha Royale 2026 Asia Edition is now finally on the roll. So we will be starting first with our first match of the night, which will be between Dark Neon and Mr. Q. So let's head over to the H-Corp Arena. At H-Corp Arena and see how it is going, and it seems like Dark Neon is still by themselves, unfortunately, since we have been pinging Mr. Q for a while now, so... And it doesn't seem like they'll be joining anytime, but you know, just to keep it fair, since we started the tournament, we will be giving Mr. Q a 3-minute, oh no, a 1-minute timer. So if he does not join within 1 minute, it means that Dark Neon will be moving on to fight top 2 contender Gojo Satoru. So... let's see. So let's actually ask Dark Neon. So Dark Neon, how do you feel about your chances? You know, considering that you're considered one of the top 3 contenders for LMR, you're using one of the powerful characters right now, especially Picard having an M2 to drag players in, and you know. So how do you feel about your chances of winning the championship? Honestly.
Sorry. So wait, do you want to speak a bit more? Alright, so... Yeah, I don't know. Fuck. Alright, so Zen, do you want them to begin now, or do you want to... Alright, so, Tower versus I'm Lazy. On the count of 3, please begin the fight. 3, 2, 1, let us begin. Oh, Lazy already trying to break the neutral with that. Putting back into neutral currently seems like both are still in the neutral, waiting for a sanity advantage. Hitting a skill 3. Tower with a combo burst. Tower does not have a combo burst currently, so Lazy has the advantage. currently they're trying to get a Sandy advantage over it. I think that's what really matters currently. Hitting a skill 3 on that is really good. I think in order to truly break through it, one of the Lazy needs to start getting a Sandy advantage, so he can actually start winning against clashes. And that nerf of skill 3 is really starting to mess over Lazy because he's trying to do things just to spin around, but he cannot currently. So he's gonna have to adapt his strategy 4. Currently, he's at such a health disadvantage. I think it's possible still if Talwar starts adapting his strategy to what Lazy's trying to do, which is what he's doing. And Talwar shoved him into the wall. Oh, never mind, we're good. Ooh. That miss of skill 1 was not great for Lazy. Skill 3, is that enough to bring? And it's a stagger. It is over for Lazy. All right, Talwar is our winner for round 1. Yeah. Alright, back to round 2. Currently, Talwar has broken the neutral and that has gained a Sandy advantage over Lazy. Currently, skill 3 has been used. Skill 1 and skill 3 are on cooldown as of late. So currently, Lazy can start putting the pressure onto the folks. With this, Lazy needs to start actually hitting them in order to actually truly begin that pressure. Oh! Into a block clash that Lazy has won. That's Talwar. Sorry. Lazy has been putting on the excellent pressure against Talwar, getting a multiple M's on off and getting a Sandy advantage over Talwar. Lazy does not have a combo. He's used it, but currently skill 3 into coin reuse. Lazy has a and Talwar is the winner of round 2.
Alright, thank you very much for commentating, student. And now we will be proceeding to our next match. Unfortunately, we will still have to wait as of the moment since we are currently verifying if the next match is already available. And it seems like we are still waiting on a few more participants. So, you know, you guys, you know what time it is already, right? You guys know what time it is. You guys know what time it is, right? It's time for the intermission.
I'm Bina. Originally, there was supposed to be a script as to why you should buy my private server coin. But, unfortunately, we ran out of time preparing it. So I'll just say this. If you want to admin abuse in private servers, then buy my Bina coin. Do it for me. Are you still watching? Please buy it. Please.
張り切っていこう 張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張
Shit. Do I really have to do this with that voice? Fine. Hey there, friends. Are you tired of being rug pulled by Hardcoin? Are you tired of stores not accepting your payment with Hardcoins due to how dog shit Hardcoin is? Are you tired of Hardcoin? Well then, you're in luck. Introducing to you the better and the stronger coin, Gebra coin. Gebra coin is worth more than a hard coin. Did you know 80 hard coins is one Gebra coin? That's right, you too can be rich by Gebra coin. Gebra coin is the best coin ever, so please buy it now. Buy my Gebra coin now. Buy it now, please. Seriously. Buy it now.
Hi guys, I am Hot Lobotomico from Lobotomi Corporation. Please buy our newly minted cryptocurrency, the Hot Coin, for only 1 shilling. Please buy our Hot Coin, we're running out of funds. Please buy our Hot Coin. We need you to buy our Hot Coins. Please support Lobotomi Hot Coin. Bye bye Hot Coin. Please bye bye Hot Coin. Please, 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 please.
Limbus Game nor any of its developers, contributors, moderators, and balancers and staff will ever be held liable for any losses, damages, injury, death, or any similar circumstance that may be incurred from the purchase of Hotcoin. By purchasing Hotcoin, you waive all liability from Limbus Game. Limbussing. I'm trying to fill out the rest of the minute. I do not know what I'm saying right now. I'm just saying random things just so I can do this intermission because I'm probably preparing something right now and it really takes time. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Bina. Originally, there was supposed to be an elaborate script as to why you should buy my private server coin. But, unfortunately, we ran out of time preparing it. So I'll just say this. If you want to admin abuse in private servers, then buy my Bina coin. Do it for me. Are you still watching? Please buy it. Please.
張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう張り切っていこう
So currently we are still unfortunately waiting for round 3 to occur, but unfortunately the matches, the prerequisite matches for round 3, round 1, and round 2 are still ongoing at the moment. So, you know, what we're just going to be doing right now is just going to be debriefing as to what happened between the match between Talare and I'm Lazy. So, Silent, what were your insights from during the match? You know, what did you see that, you know, went wrong for Lazy, or what went right for Talare? What do you think?
I think the match would have definitely gone better for Lazy personally. He could have probably actually put more pressure on Talare via whiffing the skills. Probably would have been a good idea.
Yeah.
To do that. That could have worked. Not try to clash too much, considering the clash power of Fang Counter is fairly decent. 9, 14, and 13 with enough rupture is definitely decent. Sticking compared to that at the start cannot really get that much good clash power until 10 Ego Corrosion. So I feel like if Lazy was stalling, you know, to get more Ego Corrosion, to get the attack power up and whatnot, more points as well, I feel like he would have actually, you know, done better in that regard. Could have put up a chance against Talare. Personally,
Yeah.
for Talara, I don't think they have done anything wrong. I feel like they played decently well, at least in this tournament.
Yeah,
So,
and with the
no
recent
criticism on that
nerfs
part.
on, sticking, especially like with the further loss of mobility, before back then when she was initially released, she really had great mobility. But with this more recent, with the patches that keep on coming and then also keeps targeting her, it really was, the mobility that sticking originally had could have helped Lazy a lot. But unfortunately, yeah, even with what mobility they had, they weren't able to do anything much. So, yeah.
Nah,
What do you think,
it
student?
was just
though?
better to.
I personally think Lazy was just the way he was using stinking. It wasn't really great. He wasn't really using many of unopposed attacks, and when he did, he was always getting blocked by him. I think he should have really started trying to, I guess, focus more on his movement when it came to it. He was
Yeah.
getting outmoved by Talware nearly every single roundabout when it came to it. And especially, I saw many times where he just whiffed his skill 3 because I believe he thought he could still do the spin that a lot of Stickling players used to do. Because I remember that spin and you get caught by that. Fucking windmill of death when it came to it. But now you can't really do that anymore.
Yeah.
So
and-
with that, one of the text being removed like that, it's just... I feel like it was just a muscle memory thing that he just kept forgetting about. You know?
Since I've been playing with Lazy for like a few weeks already, and they are very much used to using the old tactics that the players usually do with sticking, and the other problem that Lazy really faced was just getting pushed into the wall by Talare. That being in the wall gives for less opportunity to try and make a retreat to try even out the neutral again, but with how Talare was going against. Was just spinning around Lazy, just baiting clashes in general, and with the new additions of sticking, it really, the cards weren't really in favor for our poor old Lazy, honestly. But yeah, unfortunately, it seems like there's also been an update. It seems like we are only one match away from witnessing the fight between our championship contender Tiger, Roblox, or Median. And I guess all we can do right now is just wait and see who will be his opponent for round 2. But, I guess all we can do is wait, honestly. The other matches that we are going to be streaming tonight, they are also still not ready, as the matches in the other brackets are still ongoing. So just for a reference right now, in our semifinals, our first semi-final qualifier is actually a person named the Randomy, so let's give them a round of applause, honestly. Good job to them. And then we also have for bracket B, our first semi-finalist is Create23456. What a very interesting name, I can say. I'm really, really excited to see who will be fighting for the 3rd place tomorrow and who will be fighting for the championship tomorrow. But there's a good chance, honestly. There's a lot of people in the chat right now rooting for Median. So, let's do a quick poll. Let's do a really, oh, it seems like I cannot do it from here. Let me see if I can do it from my desktop. But we're gonna try and, take a gauge of what our audience is feeling tonight. So, honestly, chat, who do you guys think will win? Will it be Median or will it be someone else? We really, really want to hear your thoughts, especially with the fact that people are keep talking about Median, about how he's gonna win, What do you guys think, though? What do you guys think? Will he win? Nobody's rooting for anyone right now, bro. We are all talking about the smoke alarm. I don't hear any. I think I'm going deaf, honestly. But
I am hearing them. It's it's a bit distracting. I feel like for the viewers and for us especially as well. Well, I feel like the commentator student will eventually fix his issues.
yeah,
But remember, guys, just because Median is quite skilled and has done insane stuff, doesn't mean that there aren't people that can actually outcompete him.
yeah.
Remember, Glaze has its limits. So you guys
Glaze
better,
has
you guys
Oh!
better think of other people that can potentially.
Wait, we just got an We just got an update from round 2. Gojo Satoru versus Dark Neon. By the way, Dark Neon has unfortunately been knocked out of the tournament and is no longer in contention for the top 3. And Gojo Satoru is proceeding to the quarterfinals. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Oh my. Oh,
Ooh.
damn. Congratulations to Gojo, but condolences, I guess, for the Dark Neon are on the way. Honestly, they were really unlucky getting paired against Gojo Satoru that early in the match. You know, there could have been a chance that they could have fought for the third place or even second place, but I guess we won't be seeing Dark Neon in the finals tomorrow. So congratulations to them. Still, they have been really been playing well, but there always has to be a winner. Unfortunately, we're only
To
one.
be fair, it was Gojo Satoru. It was Gojo Satoru. Come on. Do
Yeah, I
you
mean-
really think? Do you really think the guy would have a chance?
I mean he did because you know I forgot what their outcome was during the practice sessions, but you know he there could have been a chance because considering the fact that they were only one position away from each other in the practice session, Dark Gojo with one win above, Dark Neon, there could have been a chance. There could have been a really good chance, honestly. Hold on.
Yeah, definitely.
So Silent, can you entertain our audience for a bit while I handle some things?
Entertain the audience. I mean, sure, I got that. I can serve up the audience just right. See, like some people definitely are quite a bit active in terms of talking here. You guys for sure probably, consider practicing a bit more before the actual matches. I know you guys really like want to talk and want get to know each other better, but like, having a warm up will be far better in terms of, your mentality and whatnot. You need to focus on the actual tournament itself. Do Deku impression. I feel like that's not right on my alley. That's it's up to Zen actually, but since he's the one handling the workforce right now, But yeah, you guys just better practice and do your shit. Because remember, if you're warmed up and everything, you have better chances of actually beating the opponent. I don't feel like I have to say anything. Why? Am I like at the center? Okay, well I just noticed that, but it's okay. Anyway. Some people have been notified that some people have just woken up in order to actually go for the tournament and whatnot. And apparently this guy, Lazy 2000, has said that he got straight out of studying. So he only had one round of practice. I feel like that's fair. Some people do still have something going on Saturdays or whatnot. Usual activity or maybe family stuff. So it makes sense if they enter that prepared. It's okay. At the end of the day, you're just participating in the tournament for the fun of it and as well to actually see your skill level. You can put up yourself against the people of your region that are fairly decent and competent and, see how good you are against them. Or like how actually you've improved upon your techniques, your movement, your, in general, everything, right? And you see that, you compare that yourself to the past versions. And like, damn, that's really good. That's really good. I could improve from that. Some random noises. Quite helpful.
Unfortunately, we are still waiting for the contenders for the the quarterfinals. So I guess we'll wait. Round 2 is still going on with the last match being for Two-Way and Warden Boy. So whoever wins between them will be fighting our championship contender Median. So we really apologize for delaying the matches a bit. It's beyond our control. But hey, things happen. Things happen. So let's just wait, honestly. They should be done in about a few minutes.
Or second
Please
thought,
do
actually.
not put us in another ad roll. Don't worry, there won't be any more ad rolls, considering the next matches will be going on straight and straight.
Yep. So don't worry about that. We won't be having any ad breaks anymore.
Yep.
So addition, I gotta add, right? I gotta add. Like we are sorry indeed for the delays and everything. Like we are stalling, whatnot.
Yeah.
But I feel like you would also have to consider that they are actually fighting for themselves to be seen on the screen. So they're trying their best. They're actually doing what they can in order to win the fights.
And also for the
So-
2,500 Robux.
I mean, that's kind of obvious,
Yeah.
2,500 Robux
And
and
the
an
Kira
addition of
ID, come on.
Kiryu spec. The
Yeah, the Kiryu
Kiryu
hit,
spec,
bro.
yes, the
The
Kiryu
Kiryu
spec
fucking
is like,
spec, bro.
ooh. I personally fought it against myself like multiple times. I have to say, it is actually a bit fair. If you know what you're doing and the guy doesn't actually beat you out of your combo breaks and whatnot, it's fairly manageable to against Kiryu. So, yeah. I mean, it's not that like fun of a spec that you can just go ahead and start killing people without any care. You actually have to put your thought in what you're doing. But I feel like it's still pretty fun and actually fair for everyone. So, and it's Kiryu after all. So, we're gonna be tiger dropping everyone. I feel like that's cool.
Drop kicking anybody's awesome.
Yes. Yes.
That's why I like playing W Corp. Hitting that drop kick is so satisfying.
Like Trapang 2, right? I don't know if anybody here knows Trapang 2 or whatnot, but like it's a really cool game. And you play like as a subject of sorts, like a prisoner subject. You could say you just drop kick people, shoot people. I really love that guy. He's really cool. He's really fucking sick. Amazing. So I feel like being able to do that somewhere else is, that's thrilling. Hitting the opponents and then flying away, that's really good.
Some people keep asking Zen to do the Deku impression.
He is handling the workforce behind the stream and whatnot, so he,
Yeah,
as I
can't do that.
repeat, cannot really do that.
I'll do a
That's-
Deku
that's-
impression
yeah.
after everything.
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
Look
You
at
know
that, we
what?
got it.
Let's do a deal, okay? You guys can just wait out you can see the matches, you can see how the other people are fighting, and then once the stream ends, I feel like you can go ahead and actually listen to Zen doing the Deku impression. I feel like that's a good deal.
Fortunately, we really still are waiting, honestly. There's no movement so far in the bracket, so we're currently trying to get an update from the other participants. Oh, and we finally have an update, so Gojo Satoru will be proceeding to the semifinals in a match against Randomy, so I hope Randomy is really gonna pull out his A game here, so I'm not sure how they're feeling right now. I hope they're feeling very psyched to fight one of the most feared players so far in the tournament. So hold on, let me add. It seems like there's nothing else, honestly. What a shame, what a shame. Congratulations either way for, Tope for doing their best against Gojo Satoru, aka the King Von right now. So yeah,
King.
let's wait.
Gojo, the strongest of this tournament.
The people participating in this tournament do have some good chances, and I feel like they're pretty competent, right? With the exception of Satoru Gojo, of course. I feel like he has some better chances than everyone else.
I mean, statistically, he's kind of the winner when it comes to it. Just quoting his, all of his skills and stuff, just the sheer experience.
Yeah.
But you never know. Everyone loves an underdog, so.
Enough yapping and let's see the fight. Unfortunately, we cannot proceed. We are still waiting for one match before round 3, and it seems like the participants, they're taking their sweet time, and we cannot proceed until all the matches are complete for round 2. That's just procedure. We are getting a request to do a filler fight from the championship contender. So...
Do we entertain their idea? Oh, Gojo appeared in the tournament place. Interesting.
Yeah, let's have a fight between Gojo and Median, while we wait. So...
Yeah, sure.
Hold on. Hold on. Do you guys want to see a fight between Gojo and Median? We are still waiting on round 3. Unfortunately, there's nothing that we can do, so I guess it's in our best interest to give a bit of an entertainment while we wait. Porky versus Porky filler fight. Trust me. Oh my god.
Porkling versus Porkling. We'll get to beat the Pork Mafia boss.
Shit. Alright. So let's how many fights are we in, bro? We are not past 2 fights yet, bro. We are waiting for a round 2 match because we cannot proceed. We cannot proceed. Oh, we just got an update for the semifinals, and it seems that whoever will be winning against Median or whoever will lose against Median will be facing Talare in the semifinals. So it seems like our friend over here, Gojo, is starting to prepare for a filler, quote-unquote filler match. So let's head over to the arena and let's see this filler fight. So this is an exhibition match between our top 1 and top 2 for the practice matches. We have Median on the other side using Regret, and on the other side we have none other than King Von himself using Don Claire. So in the count of 3, 3, 2, 1, let us fight. So currently Median's... Are they not moving? Hold on. Median, do you hear me? Hello, Median. Hello.
Median is a bit
my
deaf.
goodness, I think they're going AFK. Hold on.
No.
Oops. I'm moving. The camera is... Where did go... Man! Oh my god, there's... The peak might be delayed. Gojo is asking for passive right now. Oh my goodness.
The passive. Passive for what exactly?
Alright,
Yes.
once again, Median versus Gojo in an exhibition match. 3, 2, 1, and fight. So currently, honestly, Median still has a good advantage, especially with the nature of Regret's M2. Over here, Gojo is using it. Oh, it seems like my stream is lagging. Give us a moment. Uh-oh. My bad, chat. Median trying to put in as much pressure as he can, but it seems like Gojo manages to combo break out of Median's combo. Gojo lands an S1, follows into an S2, and throws Median into a wall, but Median manages to recover as Gojo decides to stay away and try not to use his advantage. Gets another 10 SP, raising his SP to 25. Median parries. Gojo gets another SP, 10 more SP, 5 more, and he's able to unlock Dawn Clear Ego Mode, and my PC proceeds to lag again. Gojo tries to use S2 but whiffs, gets hit with M2, hits another M1, farms another set of shield, and my PC lags again. Median gets block broken, almost gets staggered. Median gets staggered, gets hit with the S3. Will it be enough to kill? It is not enough to kill, but it's certainly enough for Gojo to use S2 to finally get rid of Median. So that's 1 point for Gojo in the exhibition match. Let us see if we already got an update from round 2, and it seems like there's still no update from round 2, so we will be continuing on with this, with this exhibition match. So Median right now still is already practicing, perhaps for the championship. Will he be able to win against Gojo? Let us see again in 3, 2, 1. Median tries to approach Gojo. Gojo trying to play passively as possible, waiting for an opportunity, but Median abuses it and gets 10 more SP, hits his M2 but gets blocked. Gojo parries, gets 10 SP, hits an S1, Median hits an S1, misses his S2 but lands on the third coin but gets blocked. Gojo hits with another S1, and my PC lags again, and then my camera goes down and we're trying to track again. Gojo lands his S2 but gets into a clash with S3. Median hits S3 on Gojo, inflicting tremor burst. And then my PC lags again as we are watching peak itself. Median lands into Gojo into the wall, pressures him with S2, brings Gojo down to 88 health while he still has 10 SP and is nowhere near activating Dawn Clear Ego Mode. Median still has the SP advantage with having 45 SP compared to Gojo's measly 10 SP. Hits an S1, gets another combo, hits into an S2, tries to throw Median into a wall, parries. Gojo gets 10 SP, but still not enough to unlock Dawn Clear Ego Mode. Gets another 10 SP, 5 more, and is able to possibly shift the tides into his favor. Gojo lands an S1, but still, Median has the HP advantage. Median whiffs his S2, gets hit with an S2. Gojo wins the clash, lowers Median's health into 116. Slowly building up burn. Median whiffs his S1. Gojo gets 45 SP, enough to unlock Dawnflare Ego Mode, but gets hit with the S2. Gojo is a few more HP points away from getting staggered. Median gets staggered. Gojo activates S3 and kills Median, taking another point for the exhibition match. Oh my goodness. Jeez Louise. And round 2 is still not concluded. Actually, we just got an update, as I was just about to say. Warden Boys will be facing off against Median in the semifinals, in the quarterfinals. My bad. Let us activate. Where is Warden? Let us ask him to enter our private server so that he may finally fight Median. Hold on, we are calling him to the server actually. Oh my, so what, Silent, what can you say? What can you say honestly? That match between, oh my goodness. Oh my.
Those matches were really intense. I have personally examined them myself, and my god, are the Asian players really good. For starters, the pressure on both of them was, meh, that was so high.
Yeah.
They both have pressured each other extremely, right? So both of them, first of all, were constantly M1ing and pressuring them with dashes, whatnot, moving around differently. Median was constantly hitting his skills. Sometimes he actually tried to clash as well, like in the case of Gojo, but unfortunately Gojo obviously took that win. But they were really good on pressure, right? And both of them acted extremely quickly, letting no time escape and for the opponents to actually breathe and do anything about it, right? However, that didn't stop Gojo from really performing really well against Median, you know, the top contender for being the winner. Gojo was putting up a really good fight and indeed was actually overwhelming Median with constantly abusing the skill 2 and putting him into combo chains, which was really good. I feel like Dawnflare is in general just an undisputed king of rushdown and really good on pressure.
Yeah.
So it makes sense only that you know, the person using Dawnflare will actually win. I feel like was Central, really. He has
it would be interesting to see a fight between Central and him, honestly. Two of the best Dawnflare players that we have observed so far, so, you know, a match between the both of them will be really interesting. But, you know, I hope this match provided some valuable insight for Median, honestly. Because if he wins this next match, he will be set to possibly face Gojo in the semifinals. Oh wait, the finals for bracket A. And it's honestly an all or nothing match for the both of them. Because, you know, if Median loses, he will be only fighting for third place. If Gojo loses, if Gojo wins, oh wait, no. If Gojo loses, he will be fighting for third place. And if Median loses, he will be fighting for third place. There is no situation in which Median and Gojo will be facing off each other in the championship. So this is an all or nothing for the both of them, honestly. So we are waiting for Warden Boy to, you know, to join. But right now, I guess they're taking a bit of time. So Silent, can you go back to entertaining our audience? Oops. Entertaining our audience.
Entertaining our audience? Yep, coming right up. Look, yeah, those matches were really fucking cool, if I have to say. Yeah, I mean, I wish they did a bit better, though. I do have some critiques on that part. For example, Median accidentally whiffing his skill 2, or not whiffing, but in general, he just misused the skill 2 and actually, you know, got punished because of that. I feel like he could have used it in a better opportunity, maybe stalled it, so, you know, to make Gojo make a mistake, you know, to actually use the skill 2. Considering it rolls pretty decently and everything, he could have done that. But yeah, either way, Gojo still took the win. I feel like we gotta give props to Gojo. And I'm interested, right? Since Gojo is, as we currently observe, the most strongest Dawnflare user in Asia, I do wonder, what if we had Central and Gojo, right? As already Zen stated, that will be quite an interesting matchup. I feel like it will be sort of like the strongest of all time versus the strongest of today. That sort of thing. And that will be really interesting to observe, how both they play, how both they try to counter each other, how they pressure the opponent into committing mistakes, how they make up openings. Like I got him. Got it. Well, why are you guys talking about Gojo versus Sukuna? No, I feel like we still have to find a person that's fitting for the Sukuna role. I mean, we do, quite frankly, to have people that are actually with Gojo versus Sukuna, which is Gojo versus Median. Both are fairly, really competent players. I don't know if there's anyone else that could possibly fit the role of Sukuna. So, like, the opposition to Gojo. As for currently, it's just Median. But if Median does lose the next matches, it will be somebody else that is actually fairly competent. And we'll see if it's gonna be Median on someone else. Because Gojo Saru is looping as Central. Well, you never know. There could be many vessels of Central deep inside many people. Maybe they could just, go ahead, use Donkle, and suddenly they realize they hold the power to indeed become the strongest. Okay. What are y'all talking about? Like a red Judas and blue Judas? What is blue Judas and red Judas, bro?
It's pretty.
I am not really well versed.
No.
I'm not really well versed in JJK. I'm sorry. I haven't watched the anime. I don't know what is Blue Judas and Red Judas, or even if it's related to JJK. I am sorry. I apologize. I am not that cultured, but I still will entertain you guys with whatever you guys say. Who is sneezing? Yo, bless you, bro. Stop sneezing in chat. You gotta cover your mouth. You're gonna spread the bacteria infection and everything. Jane Juliet. Oh shit. Highest LARP output.
Oh, is this true, Silent Stalker? Are you stalking them silently?
Well, I cannot really answer that. They would have to find out themselves if I am indeed lurking in the shadows, maybe hiding in their walls, being in their closets, everything. I could know some secret stuff about some people currently speaking in this chat, actually. They would never know. They would never know.
Yeah, you're wondering why your copper wire's gone? Silent.
Yeah, wonder why your copper wire is gone. Wonder why your car battery is stolen. Well, look above your ceiling. That smoke alarm was very well timed. Oh my god, bro. It's a nightmarish reminder that you gotta replace them damn batteries on the smoke alarm.
I gotta replace the whole number one. Apparently someone else is in your walls, Silent. Yeah.
Ooh. Well, Matti Guess is quite an interesting person. He's saying that he's eating my shoes right now. Well, you better not be. I will check up, and if you do, you will not be found. So you better stop what you're doing. Yeah, you can't shit your way in. You can't shit your way in. Is Naoya banned in the tourney? Ooh. I mean, yeah, obviously. Since... I feel like a Naoya will be a bit unfair in, this tournament, so obviously he's banned.
I mean, I went against it with the Naoya band, honestly. I didn't think he was that strong.
Okay.
All right, so it seems like our competitor for the semifinals of bracket A. Oh wait, no, quarterfinals of bracket A is finally, slowly starting to appear over here. So, yeah, he's finally here. So, are you guys excited for a match between Warden and Median? So this will be commentated on by Silent. So Silent, I will be passing on the microphone to you. So. Who are these people still in the arena? Please exit the arena already. 3, 2, 1. Silent, your turn.
Alright, thanks for passing me the mic. Let's begin. Right, so Median is going in and he immediately M2s, but Warden has seen that indeed, and he has countered. Median got the 10 SP. I wonder if he can keep up the pressure, and Median has indeed saw that through and used the skill 1 against Warden. Now the current moment, Warden is on the back foot and Median with his skill 2, only hitting the 2 points. That was quite a good move, and that's a really good punish. Warden has got some, foreseeing eye, that's really good. That is a really good whip. That is a really good counter. I do like that, And Warden has started to... Warden is... Okay, so Median, the current moment is clashing with Warden, and he wins the clash with the skill 2, considering his sanity advantage. Warden is slowly fighting back, however, the chances of him winning seem to be fairly slim. If Median does indeed stagger, and he does, Median lands the skill 1 upon him, and, well, okay, Warden still got a chance. That was quite a bad decision, Warden. I'm sorry to tell you this, but you're dead. That is round 1 for Median and Warden. That was quite a thrilling match, I gotta say. Warden kept up the pressure, but so did Median. And it seems like Median has been able to overpower his pressure. Now, they're starting off strong. Warden tries to counter, but obviously Median doesn't take it too lightly. Warden has used up his combo break, so I don't feel like he'll be using it anytime soon. And he has a skill 3 successfully. He needs to keep up his reaction time, it seems. Warden has used the skill 2 and somehow hits it. That's holy magnetism. That is very interesting. Median goes in and uses the skill 1 and gets a bit of a speed up on himself. That is really good. And Median whiffs that M2 and Warden counters that. That is lasting quite a bit. Median has used the skill 2, getting some tremor potency on the guy. That is really good play. But Warden still seems to be at a fair disadvantage. And Warden still hits the skill 3 despite Median whipping the skill 1 and having the chance to go away. I feel like it's a good time for Warden to actually gain his speed back, and he does with 10 SP. He tries to counter, but Median obviously does not take the bait. Once again, Warden combo breaks. And Warden hits the skill 2. Median could have just not taken that. It is quite nasty. Median, however, is not taking that lightly once again. Okay. Ooh, this is contesting. Oh, shit! That was a really, really close match. And Warden won that. That was unprecedented. And, oh my god, Warden got put into a wall. Do not clash. Ooh, okay. That's really good. He actually misses the skill for report, so Warden has a chance to actually fight back. But unfortunately, he gets hit with the block stun. And Median was the clash. Median then proceeds to use the skill 2, fully in the skill 1 against him, and he finishes off the fight with the M2, securing the win for the match. Round 2 is over, and Media has But yeah, that was quite a match, I gotta say. Median has put up some really good pressure, and Warden has as well. He has been matching pretty well. But unfortunately, obviously, Warden was not competent enough to go ahead and go up against the guy. Now, next up, we'll be having Talari.
What if had better movement would be able to stand a chance, honestly?
Now, Talari, we have seen in a previous match, they've been doing pretty well recently. But I do, and I'm pretty sure most of us as well, do want to know if Talair can match the skill level of Median. And we are enrolling it. So immediately Talair tries to block. But unfortunately, Median sees through that and as well does not take the bait. Talair gets off the skill 1 and gets some SP, which is not really that bad. That's quite a bold move using skill 2 raw. So Talair seems to be more focused on actually catching the opponent off guard and using the skill 2 raw, which, you know, against some opponents it actually does work. Unfortunately, however, he sees through that and he gains 10 SP. Talair uses the skill 1 against him and gains once again more SP. Talair uses the guard. And, ooh, Median hits the skill 2, giving Talair some tremor potency. I wonder if they can keep up the pressure on each other. Maybe if they can counter each other and whatnot. But Median uses the skill 1 and gains some SP. He tries to catch Talair off guard. That didn't work. Now they're both trying to bait each other with blocks and whatnot, but that didn't work. And Median see through that. He adapted to Talair's movement. And, oh, he caught Talair off guard by using the skill through when blocking. That's unfortunate. It seems like Talair has been saved a bit by the infrastructure, but fret not, for Median still has a chance. But I'm interested in Talair. Yeah, no, unfortunately, probably can't. Median has won the first round. That was quite an interesting fight, and I thought Talair had a chance, but Median saw through the tactics of Talair. Maybe in this next round, we'll see if they can actually do better this time. And once again, engage. Talair decided to immediately go in aggressively and M1 Median, which is quite a bold move once again. Oh, Median hits the skill 1 raw, and Talair sees through the M2 and actually M1s it. Once again, Talair uses their technique of raw, using the skills raw. But of course, against the SP, he used the M2. That was a unsuccessful chain. Would have looked into really good. Alright, he used the skill 1. That's not bad. Once again, Median gets the SP, and he's at a higher SP advantage. But Median, however, whiffs the skill 2. Talair is able to land a lightly skill 1 and a skill 2. I wonder if they will use skill 3. And they will, but they miss it. That was quite an unfortunate mistake. Talair is getting really lucky that the M2s that Median actually uses are the ones from the second sequence, meaning that they don't have any actual armor. And that was a good punish. Oh no, Talair. Ooh, the hitbox didn't reach Talair. Talair can actually fight back. Okay, really good chaining, That is unfortunate, but at the same time, it was a good idea. Oh no, the M2 chain. Talair is getting caught into it. He got caught into a skill 1 combo. Oh no. Wait, no? Median decided to whip the skill 2 at the last coin? That is not quite a good move, if I do say myself, but let's see if maybe Median has some other plans. Currently, hold on, Talair has hit the lightning skill 2, and they're using the skill 3. No hits, but they did hit them regardless, pretty hard. We'll see if Talair is able to land the securing blow in order to win this match. Median seems to be quite high on pressure. There's no way. And Talair gets staggered. Median hitting the skill 3 and killing Talair on the second coin, securing the win for Median. Alright, so again, pretty good matches. Really actually getting on the Median's nerves. They've been getting on the nerves of Median, but Median has been able to adapt actually, though that second match was really close. But once again, our undisputed goated player, Median, has been able to secure the win. Now it is Randomy versus Gojo. And Gojo is once again going to play with Randomy using mid-clear. That is quite an interesting matchup. Gojo seems to be immediately pulling off the skill 1 and skill 2 combo, and has been getting some SP. Currently, Randomy has... Never. So, at the current moment, once again, Gojo has put Randomy into a wall, but so has Randomy. And seems like so far they're at a decent neutral. Gojo has hit off the skill 2, putting Randomy back into a wall, and Randomy blocks the counter successfully. You know, you shouldn't really be reacting in the middle of the fight, like emoting like that. You'll probably not get your focus shifted elsewhere, because you will get hit by that surprise skill 2, like Randomy pulled off. And that is quite a good extension. Okay, now, this is quite a contesting fight, I do have to say. Randomy has the SP advantage and hits the counter successfully. That is really some good prediction. I feel like Randomy has the actual foreseeing eye. That is something. Let's see, maybe Gojo can adapt to that once again. And currently Gojo has got 6 burn potency and 3 count, which is not a lot, but regardless, it still puts on the pressure. Now, both of them are at the same SP, and both of them are stalling. They're both at a neutral, which... Okay, that's a good move. Randomy has got rid of Gojo's shield, barely dealing any damage. But regardless, they've done so. And Gojo decides to skill 1. Oh, that is a deadly, deadly combo. And Gojo hits the skill 3, killing Randomy. Gojo secured the win for the round. That was pretty interesting as well.
That was interesting.
I like how Randomy actually predicted some of Gojo's, but of course, Gojo's the strongest, right? No.
One of the big things that I've experienced as a controller player, when someone has better movement than you, the best thing that you can really do is prediction and defensive playstyles. This is what Randomy is taking advantage of.
Alright, and now we're getting back to the square. Once again, Gojo has used the shield. And immediately Randomy used the skill 2. They did not really care about actually combo extend. That is a good idea, actually. First using a skill that isn't combo extendable first, so therefore then the opponent doesn't immediately use the combo break after the flight escape 1. Randomy has tried to use the counter, but of course Gojo saw through that, and Gojo decided to use the skill 1, of course. Random currently has 4 potency of burn and 3 count. Gojo keeps the stack of count on the opponent with the SP advantage as well. He lays the skill, meaning he could extend. He got the 30 SP. Okay, Gojo seems to be at a much higher advantage than Randomy here. Randomy hasn't really landed a single hit since the start of the fight. And I believe that's still manageable, but we'll see. However, Gojo says otherwise, as he pulled off the skill 1 and skill 2 combo, hitting with the skill 3 and inflicting on the turn potency, and absolutely dominating the fight with Randomy. Gojo has secured the win for the round 2.
And now, it's time for the finale of tonight's stream. The match that many people have been waiting for, Median versus Gojo Satoru. Only one of them will be proceeding to the championship, and the other will have to settle for fighting for the 3rd place. I hope you all are very much ready and are excited as I am to watch the match between the 2 greatest players in AS right now. So let us proceed to our fight. This match is between Top 1 Median versus Top 2 Gojo Satoru. Will Median be defending his title as the championship contender, or will Gojo Satoru rob Median of an opportunity to become the La Mancha Royale champion? Today we will now be finding that out in 3, 2, 1. So obviously, as we have seen, Gojo heavily adapts to whatever opponent he is fighting, and considering the fact that we gave them an opportunity for an exhibition match, let us see if Gojo has adapted to Median's, playstyle of chaining with his M2, or if Median also adapted against Gojo. So Median already has 20 SP while Gojo still has 10 SP. 17 shield, still not enough to unlock Dawnflare Ego, which honestly should be one of the main primary goals of Gojo right now. Gojo lands an S2. Median hits with an M2 and then proceeds into a combo, landing an S1. Proceeds into an S2. Lowering Gojo's health into 162. Gojo gets shield, but gets hit with a counter, erasing that shield down to 157 health with 6 potency of tremor in 2 counts. Gojo gets up to 25 SP. Median at 31 SP. Gojo hits an S1. Gets hit by an S1 from Median. Median blocks break. Hits Gojo with an S3. Tremor burst, lowering his health to 112, leaving him with 4 paralyzed. Tries to perfect block S2, but gets hit. Gojo hits an S2, increasing the burn on Median, but still not enough to deal any sort of considerable damage. 10 more SP and he's able to unlock Dawnflare Ego. Median parries, Gojo combo breaks out of Median's potential combo. Median whips his M2 and S1, blocks, breaks Gojo's combo, whiffs his S2 on the last coin for some reason. Gojo hits an S1, lands an S2. Median is close to staggering, but so too is Gojo. Gojo gets staggered down to 60 health. Gets hit with an S3. Will it kill? And Gojo is down to 5 health. Any slight mistake that Gojo will make here, and he will be knocked out from a step further away from the championship. Gojo is up 15 shield. Gojo hits with an S2. Hits S3. Will it kill Median? And Median gets killed. And Gojo takes his first point of the final for Bracket A. Oh my goodness, this might be a close match. So Median really needs to up his game right now, because if Gojo wins this next match, well, it's unfortunate to say that Median will no longer be the La Mancha Royale champion. Let's see if he will be able to adapt against King Von himself in 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. Gojo immediately procs shield. They're playing passively right now. Median does not want to take any risk against Gojo Satoru, seeing as what happened in the previous match. Hits a perfect block, whiffs his M2, blocks again, blocks S2, tries to hit Gojo, hits Gojo with an S1, but Gojo combo breaks out of Median's potential combo. Median already has one potency of burn with 3 counts. Gojo perfect, gets into a perfect block against Median. Median blocks, cancels S2. Gojo hits an S1. Gojo perfect blocks, Median combo breaks out of it. They keep perfect blocking each other. They are so desperate to take the I'm so sorry for screwing that up. Median is up 25 SP while Gojo is still down to 15 SP. But honestly, does he still need Dawnflare Ego when he's able to pull off moves such as this? Median hits his M2 combo, starts into 3 M1s, does not go into S1 potentially due to his cooldown, goes into a clash. Median wins the clash, goes up to 45 SP, hits Gojo with an S2, lowering Gojo's health to 69 health. Gojo's playing passively right now, trying to find any way to go through Median's attack. Gets hit with a counter though. Gojo combo breaks out of it again. He's playing less aggressively than he was in the previous match. Median loses 15 SP due to his whip. Gojo hits an S2, tries to use shield, but gets hit with a counter. Gojo hits Median with S1 and 3 M1, trying to up his SP. Is he potentially trying to unlock Dawnflare Ego mode? Maybe, who knows? Median is up 145 SP from him, and he's up 100 health points away from him. Median hits him with an S2, 29 more HP points, and he'll be able to take a win, but it seems like Gojo is returning the pressure back to him with an S2 again. Median is very much close to staggering, but he staggers Gojo first and takes 1 point away from Gojo. And ladies and gentlemen, this will be the last match between Gojo and Median. Will Median be defending his title as the championship contender, or will Gojo finally prove himself as the new King Von of La Mancha Royale Asia? Let us find out in this last match between the two in 3, 2, 1. Let's kill each other. Gojo activates shield, rolls some tails, only getting 10 shield. Hits an S1, but Gojo combo breaks out of it immediately. Gojo is just playing passively right now, trying to find any opening to go through Median. He is not willing to risk it all. He is not willing to lose to Median. He is not willing to lose the opportunity to become a champion. And so too is Median. who's already chipping away health from Gojo. Hits an S1, loses the clash against an S2. Gojo playing passively as always, so too is Median. He's not also willing to risk it anymore, seeing as Gojo's ability to perfectly block all of his attacks. They both go into a block, go around each other. Median hits an S2. Gojo is still has the SP advantage though. Gets hit with an S1, gets hit with an M2, but combo breaks out of it. Gojo whiffs his S2, gets punished by Median with 3 M1s, increasing his SP to 20 SP. They're still playing passively. Come on, we gotta see some action in here. Gojo tries to get some action in there by using an M1 combo, but fails as Median combo breaks out of it. Median hits an S1, hits an S2. Will it be enough? No, it isn't, not yet enough. Gojo activates 15 shield. Median still has the HP advantage here. The tides are pretty much in his favor with an addition of 10 SP. All he really needs to do is land an S3 to get that tremor burst, that yummy tremor burst that will prevent Gojo from robbing him of an opportunity at the championship. Gojo gets knocked into a wall, backs away, Median lets him back away, gets hit with an S2. Gojo is down to 45 health, already has 11 potency of tremor, which is more than enough to get a tremor burst, and Median lowers Gojo's health to 21. Perfectly blocks each other. Gojo is 3 more M1s. Median lands an S3 and officially crowns himself as the contender for the championship. Congratulations to Median. You will be fighting tomorrow for the championship. And Gojo Satoru, I am unfortunate. It is unfortunate that you will no longer be fighting for the championship. But still, you proved yourself very well in this fight. Wow, what an exhilarating match. Silent, what do you think of that?
Oh, the thrill of seeing both of these contenders, bro. Those were really good matches. For starters, right? For starters, I feel like Median was putting on really good pressure and constantly catching Gojo off guard. But as I was saying with most people, actually most people were able to match Median's pressure, right? So, regardless, Median was putting up really good pressure, and Gojo was unable to foresee the Median's next movements. Therefore, Gojo actually was caught off guard multiple times by multiple unprecedented moves, which the M2 is...
Don't you need 2 Wrath Res in order to activate... 2 Wrath Res, 40 Sandy in order to activate M2?
Currently, we have some question from Gojo. Yeah, unfortunately, you weren't able to proc Ego due to lacking the Wrath resource. You need 2 Wrath resources right now to activate Ego. Alright, continue.
Alright, that was very well needed to explain the lack of Ego manifestation in the matches, right? I feel like that was also quite the thing that actually caused Gojo to lose, simply because of the fact that he was unable to land the 2 skills which were needed for him to actually activate Ego. Unfortunately, he was losing the fights. Though I do have to say once again that due to the fact that Median was keeping him up really good pressure, as well as constantly hitting him with attacks or whatnot, constantly whiffing some attacks as well, which I do think are a bit faulty. I do see the vision, but in some cases it's best to just let the entire skill hit instead of whiffing it. Regardless, Median was able to keep it up. And eventually, despite the fact that Gojo was able to win 1 round, Median absolutely dominated the other 2 matches. Oh, well, not dominated, but, you know, he kept that up pace. Either way, those were really good matches. That's pretty much all I have to say. Median is gonna be the person contending for the championship role in the Mancha.
So now let us hear from Median himself about what he thinks of his victory just now. So how are you feeling, Median? I'm sure your heart rate is quite high right now, isn't it? Let's hear from him himself. May I speak now? Yes, you are allowed to speak, but you will only speak via chat for now. So how do you feel? So glad I got to be here. Alright, well, we will be seeing shortly in a while as to who will be winning Bracket 3. Currently, it is between top 3 contender Azrax against Create 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. that is all for bracket A, and let's see, your magnificent Gojo Sakura. You can really feel the tension here. So that's all for bracket A. Unfortunately, we will not be streaming bracket B as it was not part of the schedule. So those were some really exciting matches that we watched today, and yeah, I'm really excited for tomorrow. We'll see who'll be winning for the championship tomorrow. It could be Median, it could be Azrax, it could be Crate 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 game and right now, and we will be finding that out by tomorrow. So yeah, congratulations to all the participants and congratulations to Median for winning bracket A, and we will be waiting shortly for the results for bracket B. However, that will officially mark the end of the stream. So once again, this has been Zen Prima, and with me are
Silent Stalker.
And Student of Chaos.
Thank you very much for watching the first day of La Mancha Royale, and we hopefully will be seeing you tomorrow night. See you all next time.
The stream's over.